Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope your week's off to a good start. All well down here, all good. This is going to be kind of one of those beginner videos today, or just a video on the basics. I was reading a couple of articles earlier today. I've told you guys before, I drill myself on the basics over and over and over and over. So I was reading a couple of articles this morning that kind of put me in the frame of mind to do this video. So thought I would do it. I'm looking at a book right now on my bookshelf on Chinese medicine now. I've been kind of interested in Eastern philosophy, the Eastern take on medicine for a lot of years. And one thing that was always of interest to me was the focus that they had on prevention. I noticed many years ago, a long time before I came to this lifestyle, even though I wasn't doing anything about my health, I started noticing. I knew, medical establishment, just waiting until you're already sick and then doing extreme things to you just didn't make sense to me. I always had this idea, I always had that question in my head, like, yeah, why do we not focus more on prevention instead of, we see all this stuff all the time to cure this, to cure that, and that's just kind of the mindset. That's the mindset of Western medicine. That's the mindset of just most people in general is wait until something breaks, and until something breaks, don't worry about it, let it go. So I was reading a little bit today, and I'm going to read a couple of passages, a little bit from here, and I'll share the two articles in the links below. And also for the purposes of this talk, I go back to the basics. I'm going to read a little bit of stuff from Dr. Greger. I'm going to read a little bit of something from T. Colin Campbell, and that's what I go back to the basics. And I would advise you to do that too. There's some good, solid science. There's some good, solid information out there. And to be quite frank, I get the best knowledge from these guys. It doesn't really matter. You can apply it however you want. If you want to be fully raw, if you want to be raw to fork, you can apply that knowledge however you want. But it's pretty much a high-carb vegan message. It's pretty much a plant-based lifestyle for disease prevention type of message. First article I came across, or that I have up here, is from Dr. Greger. Now, like I say, for you that are not complete beginners to this lifestyle, for you that know a bit, I'm always still just looking for resources like this, because I know from interacting with you guys on social media and in different places that people are always looking for new resources to share with people in their life, or maybe people that they're trying to talk about a plant-based lifestyle with. So, not going to be a big shock to a lot of you. The number one killer in the U.S., heart disease, was found to be almost non-existent in populations with diets centered around whole plant foods. Heart disease may be effectively treated with a plant-based diet because food is a package deal. Talking about cholesterol levels. The arteries of vegans appear healthier than even long-distance endurance runner athletes and those on low-carb diets. Even independent of saturated fat, animal protein consumption has been associated with heart disease. While switching to a plant-based diet appears to reverse heart disease, this does not mean we can eat recklessly until symptoms appear due to the risk of, you can't, you might have, in other words, what he says below that is you might have a heart attack and die if you just kind of wait to see, I'll take care of it when it happens. Plant-based, like I say, a lot of this stuff is stuff but for the people that are new and for people that you're sharing this with that aren't familiar with a plant-based lifestyle, this is the good stuff right here. A plant-based diet may also help in averting and or slowing certain cancers. This is in part because plant foods contain anti-aging, anti-cancer, antioxidants, on an average 64 times more than animal foods. There's just everything. This is a great article. It goes like, this is what you want to be sharing. I was laughing a little bit before I came on here. It's like I kind of have different people that I share with different people depending on how these people are. If you've got somebody maybe older, very straight-laced, very factual, very science-like, you don't go sharing raw vegans necessarily like me, or some of the ones that are hardcore on just raw veganism. Because people, like your grandma, your dad, they're not going to resonate with people like me, with people like that. I like to send them to people with an MD, like a Dr. Greger. Certain people are going to tend to listen to things like that more. And like I say, regardless, the science, I get none of the science from this lifestyle from actually raw vegans. Like most of the science, I can take it and you can apply it. I'm fully raw most of the time. I don't know percentages, but I still like to understand the science from this perspective. And like I say, it's just people like Dr. Greger, T. Colin Campbell, Dr. McDougall. I'm not Starch Solution, but I've learned a lot of stuff from Dr. McDougall. God, Esselstyn. Sometimes my old brain just doesn't work all that much, and also Dr. Esselstyn. And those are the kind of people that they have the presentation to them that your more conservative types are going to listen to. So, have different resources for different people, because we're not all alike and we don't all process things the same and look at things the same. I'm just going to read a couple of pieces from here. This was an interview of T. Colin Campbell. Apparently, it's pretty recent because it's after the book Whole has been out, because he's kind of promoting his book on this. Okay. Okay. This is exactly what I wanted to jump to right immediately. The guy's asking a question. The healthier we eat, the better, no matter what our medical status. But can a plant-based diet of whole foods actually lessen the symptoms or minimize the progression of genetic and/or autoimmune disorders? And I like this. I mean, I'm kind of talking to myself. I shouldn't do that. I like this because this is kind of an explanation and kind of how I do explain the gene things in my old kind of non-scientific way. Every disease begins with genes, but this is not a death sentence. For the most part, genes, good and bad, are controlled by nutrition, the food we consume. With the right nutrition resources, our marvelous bodies, while always striving for health, manage which genes to express and which ones to keep quiescent. There is also considerable evidence that the initiation and expression of many autoimmune diseases may be influenced by nutrition, and therefore would be repressed by eating whole foods. Next question, I just want to get one more in there. There are those who claim with fervor that eating whole plant-based foods can cure just about every illness. Do you think this places unrealistic expectations on people with genetic disorders? That is, people whose conditions are not associated with lifestyle or behavior. He answers, I also have fervent views not to make claims for this dietary lifestyle that are not supported by reliable evidence. Predicting future events for this practice is not an exact science. Forecasting health and disease outcomes is a matter of odds, not a matter of certainty. We cannot say that all ailments will be controlled in all individuals by this nutritional strategy, but on the basis of probability, it is abundantly clear that this dietary lifestyle has a breadth of effect that is greater than any combination of drugs and procedures ever used, without the accompanying side effects that are common to virtually all drugs. Now, a lot of people, like I say, we're raised in a certain culture. We're products of what's been put in our head all our life. And we just, it takes a while to wrap your head around the thought that we can control what we're doing, and to erase some of the things we have in our head. Like, for example, we always are here, well, it's such an extreme way of eating, or why are you so extreme, or but the prevention, the prevention part, you're telling me my prevention is extreme, eating fruits and vegetables, eating a clean diet, as opposed to what? Getting a lung cut out, getting a piece of my body cut off, putting poison, chemotherapy, putting radiation in my body, cutting things off, ripping me open, violating my body with a knife. That's not extreme. You don't consider that extreme. And you consider that more favorable than eating a healthy lifestyle and just, eating a plant-based lifestyle and just not having to deal with that in the first place. Anyway, like I said, I just wanted to offer a few thoughts today. I'm going to put those links below. I'm actually going to put one of his video, or Dr. Greger's videos below, along with the links to these two articles. And, you know, begin with that. Like I say, when you're talking to people that are maybe possibly interested in this lifestyle, you're trying to make interested in this lifestyle or could be interested in this lifestyle, hit them with the basics. You know, don't hit them with this out there stuff like some of us, you know, even me, us raw vegans can talk about sometime. Don't try to start telling them how, you know, this plant, but like the exaggerations. This is going to cure this. Your eyesight's going to be perfect. This is going to happen. Just give them the facts and share some of these basics with them. And once it's present, like I say, I share Dr. Greger with people, and I see a look in their eye like they're more like, there's that gleam of like, you know, okay, well, this looks pretty interesting. So anyhow, I hope this one helped a little bit. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and if you would, please share this one so, you know, more people can see all they really need to do to give themselves the best chance of being healthy. I don't think there are any certainties. I don't think anybody's trying to say that, you know, eat this way and nothing bad will ever happen, but it's about increasing our odds, right? Anyhow, love you guys. Peace.